Hey Sagittarius, welcome to She-ruhz Tarot. Today's read's a general read for the collective of Sagittarius. That means anybody that has Sagittarius anywhere in their chart, this message is meant for you. May not necessarily be your message. It might be a message for the person sitting next to you that has Sagittarius in their chart. But please note that I truly do intend to get this message directed to you. This is a general message for the collective of Sagittarius. That means this is spirit-led, and spirit will provide whatever message they feel is most important. I did not place any intent on these cards, so considering the day and age that we have right now going on, I want spirit to provide whatever message they feel most important to get out there, and I don't wish to put any constraints on spirit. So any message that they feel is necessary to bring forward, I want them to bring it forward to you guys. Whatever direction, guidance, anything, situation you have going on. Now, please keep in mind that with it being a collective, it's many, many Sagittarians that this message is directed to. It's not a personal read. It is a general read, which means you could have 100 people that this is referencing to. Out of, say, 300 people that are watching this, only 100 will it actually be directed to. That's not a quote. That's just a summary to give you an idea of a pool for the collective that Spirit is trying to reach out to. So Spirit summarizes the message and tries to make it broad so that it can expound upon touching everybody that may have something similar occurring. And that way you can receive the guidance that will be best fitting for you. Okay? The best way to recognize whether or not this is or is not your message is to observe the overall energy. And we're doing a 5-card drop. So this will be your current situation. Pay attention to that. Your thought process, pay attention to that. And then the desire, your desired outcome. So your deepest, darkest desires, you should know deep within yourself, or if it's in regards to another individual you're interacting with, have an idea what their desires are, what their thoughts are, what their current situation is. And for the overall situation, the overall energy, that should help you decipher whether or not this is or is not your message. If it's not, if you don't feel comfortable with it, you don't relate to it, please go observe your other natal chart zodiacs. And I do ask that you allow your intuition to guide you. Doing that, your intuition will not fail you. We ourselves as people fail our intuition by not following it, but your intuition will not fail you. And if you feel drawn to more than one message, please observe those. Spirit may have more than one message they wish for you to receive. If this message is in regard to an individual that you're interacting with, if that's what this message leads to, please take note and keep in mind that the message can be directed to them about you. It can be directed to you about them. It can be almost like a conversation, flip-flopping back and forth. So if that's the case, I definitely encourage you to pay close attention and apply where it's appropriate. I do ask that you do not try to force any of this message to fit your situation, but to allow it to flow. Again, by looking at your current circumstance, your thought process, and the desires. And that will help you see that flow and allow it to flow if those are the situations that are occurring. Now, with this message, it can be for a heads up in regards to something that's happened in the past, since it is an open message for Spirit to provide. It can be in regards to something from the past that Spirit wishes for you to look at and learn from. Something that's currently happening in course, and then something that may come. And if it's something that may come, then in order to recognize whether or not it is or is not your message, it is to put yourself in the place of, is this how I would react? Is this how I would think? Is this similar to what my desires are? That's the best way to ask yourself if those things, if it's a future read. If you do not recognize it as something that's happened in the past and it's not something that's currently happening, is it going to be something that may come? Is this something that I would do, how I would react, how I would think? Maybe that will help you. Otherwise, you can just take note of it being a future read and, come back to it later on. Just kind of keep it in the back of your head, so to speak. Okay, so like I said, I'm doing a 5-card drop. We get up to desire. This is possible outcomes, or challenges and impossible outcomes. So we will do a quick overview of those cards as they drop. Then we'll do some clarification of those that are needed. And then we'll head to the oracle that I've created for guidance from Spirit. Now, with this being a Spirit message, of course, Spirit-led message, please keep in mind that it is completely up to you whether you do or not wish to take in this message or disregard it. Because, again, it is a message from Spirit. It's not written in stone. We're not talking Moses here. We're not talking laws. We're not talking, the Constitution or amendments. We're talking guidance from Spirit, okay? Spirit's seeing things that are going on, and they want to give you a bird's eye view from their viewpoint. And beings that they are higher beings, higher frequencies, higher energies, taking in their messages and guidance can be quite helpful at times. All right, so with all that being said, I would like to ask Spirit to come forward and assist Sagittarius in opening their eyes to see, ears to hear, heart to feel, and intuition to discern the message that they are about to receive. All right, so here we go. Any messages for Sagittarius, please? Excuse me. Messages for Sagittarius, please. Talking so fast I end up sucking in air and it ends up coming back out, so I do apologize. Messages for Sagittarius, please. Messages for Sagittarius, please. Okay, what do we have here? One more for Sagittarius, please. Well, that's too many. I'm sorry. Just one more, please. Break that down, that big old message that you had. Break that down to one more, please, for Sagittarius. Possible outcome for Sagittarius, please. So what we have down already for the current situation is Queen of Wands. So very confident. You're in a very confident position. Self-sufficient. You have no regrets, no fears. You accept challenges placed before you and overcome them. Very powerful. Thought process is the devil. There's some fears, some things that are holding you back. Holy cow. Okay. They seriously want all of this to come out. All right. Oy vey. That's your possible outcome. It's quite a talk here. Okay. All right, so for your overall energy, we have the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles is, of course, your forever after. That is your retirement. That is your end of your life goal, your peaceful, restful time to where you have met your goals, and that is where you wish to be, whether it be having a home with a full bunch of kids running around, your grandkids come to visit, or you just have pets, or you're on a farm, whatever your dream is of your ideal tail end of your life of just wrapping it all up and just being, that's what that is. So that's your overall energy, is achieving your Ten of Pentacles. Again, we come back to the Queen of Wands is your current energy. You face any obstacle put before you and overcome it. Okay? You're not afraid. You have no fear. No fear. And that's awesome. So then we have the devil, and there is some addictions here or some fears, but there's definitely the carnality of life, and that is something in your mind is holding you back, whether it be an obsession or an addiction or something in your mind is preventing you from moving forward and overcoming obstacles. Your desire is to be self-sufficient, financially stable, emotionally stable, confident, self-reliant, and dependable. Okay? And then the challenge or the obstacle is the Page of Swords. And that is being able to see situations and learn from them, to gather that information, and being able to allow yourself the ability to follow what needs to be done. It's a form of following your intuition, allowing your inner being to guide you. But having observed everything, having observed situations, maybe you're watching somebody in particular and learning from them, taking in information. That's your challenge, is being able to do that. And then we have the possible outcome. So we have the World, Strength, Justice, and Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so you want to look at an entire situation, be confident about it, do what's right so that you can, begin a new cycle. So you need to close out something old so you can begin something new, which of course that Ten of Pentacles. Anytime you have a 10, it's the closing of a situation, the ending of a situation, whether it be you finished a book, okay? That's closing that cycle and you're going to move on to the next book to read. Or maybe it's a series. So you have a series of 3 or 4 books that you're reading, okay, of the same author. I have a lot of those. I'm definitely a big reader. So you have 4 books that you are reading the series, and you close the 4th book having read all 4 of those, and you sigh because the cycle is closed. All that series is closed out. And so now what to do, where to move on next. That's where you're sitting in this possible outcome, is what to do next. This cycle is closed out and we need to start a fresh new one. And so we need to be strong and stand erect and do what's right. Even though we don't feel very confident in it, we're feeling, thinking and feeling a little insecure, but standing strong, presenting ourselves so that we know what we're doing, and, evaluating what's the best thing to do. The bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. And with the Hermit, we go deep within ourselves to find our own answers, take control over things that we don't see. It's the veil, the unknown. We're not afraid to cross. That's where the Queen of Wands is. You're not afraid to cross that veil and face things head on and, address those. A very strong, powerful energy. So let's do some clarification here. Let's start with the Ten of Pentacles. Please clarify the Ten of Pentacles, please, for Sagittarius. Please clarify. It could be marriage, some legal situation. But we got Justice. It's popped out twice here. You could very well be dealing with an air element, per se Libra, but I don't know about that. But doing what's right, doing what's just, closing something out and allowing your intuition to guide you, even though you're confused about what to do, because you can't see. You're not able to, your intuition or your sight is not allowing you to see past the veil to see where to go next. But you're not afraid to address it and to, take it head on. Clarify the Queen of Wands, please. Really don't think I need to clarify the Queen of Wands, but we'll do it really quick anyway. There it is. Five of Cups. Feeling some regret about something. Oh, having moved towards a wish that you put out there so you could start something new. So you're kind of feeling bad that you jumped the gun, basically. All right, so please clarify the devil. Please clarify the devil. No, I guess not. Okay. Please clarify the devil. Afraid you missed you're afraid you missed the bandwagon, jumping on the bandwagon. You're afraid that you've missed out the opportunity of jumping on the bandwagon. There you are again. Let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Your desire. Yeah. Yeah, to evaluate the path and be very careful, which is the Queen of Pentacles, being very careful with each step you make, but very confident. You know, you don't jump the gun. You're very cautious with each step you take. Page of Swords. Looking and learning, watching and observing. So that is your challenge. That is your obstacle, is being able to do that, which is that Seven of Swords, you know, evaluating the new path that you need to take. Please clarify the Page of Swords. Wow. Queen of Pentacles is becoming rather stressed out. Let's see what this little story says here. Moving swiftly towards gaining information and, you know, putting forth the fight to gain some insight is what I was just told, towards what will make you happy. So yeah, it's breaking it down to looking at everything, watching, observing, and learning how to be successful and gain that happiness. Alright, so Nine of Pentacles with the Star. Independence, financially stable, gaining your wish, making things work. Three of Pentacles. Alright, so sum it up to achieve what you're wanting to achieve. To be this. But you already are this because it popped out as that. So you're already in this position. You're already the Queen of Wands, very confident. You take charge. You're not afraid to go forward, but you also use your intellect before you commit to a situation. Commit to a situation. Please clarify the World, Strength, Justice, and Seven of Pentacles for possible outcome for Sagittarius. Please clarify the World, Strength, Justice, and Seven of Pentacles for Sagittarius. Possible outcome. Now this can apply to anything. It can apply to a relationship. It can apply to a business situation. Again, apply where appropriate. Three of Cups. Is this somebody that's closing out the cycle, and you can be strong to do what's right and evaluate whether or not it's worth your time, so you can have another chance, another opportunity to come together. To hold tight to that happiness and make it work. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get you some guidance here. Okay. Oh, that just jumped right out, didn't it? Oh, look at that. Carnality. There is that devil heading towards being in the upright. Oh, goodness. Immature, logical, 3 of Cups, and change. Impulsive. Yipes. Insight. And passion. Okay. Exiled. This is soulmate twin. Interference. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. So there is something that's interfering, and it is not of the best attitude. Yeah, I'm going to just break it down. We're heading towards carnality, and anybody that knows what carnality is, it's self, self, self-fulfillment, fulfilling one's own self pleasures, right? And then we have immature, and then we have logical. So there's no emotion involved. And celebration is the 3 of Cups, which the 3 of Cups is, a gathering, getting together, partying. And then we have change, which is the Wheel of Fortune. And then we have impulsive behavior and insight, seeing the passion that has been kicked away from our soulmate because of interference. That has been lying, manifested deceptive honesty. That they've been lying and trying to control things. So definitely the devil all the way around in this. So there's like a hidden party in here that is definitely interfering, whether it be you, because we have the wheel here again. Did you miss out on the bandwagon? Did you miss out on the opportunity? It can be referencing to you. It can be referencing to another party. But it's showing that we're all about ourself and not in the best of ways. We're not about, growing and becoming better. We're about what we can get out of it. And so we need to do what's right in order to attain that 10 of Pentacles. You're heading towards that, or the other individual is heading towards that. So be wary if that's the case. They're heading towards an obsession, possession, addiction, and it's not what you're actually destined for. It's actually throwing you off of your path. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. May you recognize this as it comes across your path, or if it is currently on your path now. And may you recognize the situation so you can avoid it and be able to see it for what it is. And it can very well be an earth element, because we've got Capricorn down here like crazy. If you want to count in minor arcanas as well, which I normally don't, but we got the Devil twice, we got the Queen of Pentacles. Earth element, earth element, earth element, big time, strong, strong, strong. So, all right, let's look at the energies that are in here for you. And it can be your energy, their energy, or it can be what you guys are drawing on, one or the other. But let's have a look here. All right, we've got Pisces. This fell on the table. Libra, Leo, Capricorn again. 3 times for Capricorn. You yourself has made an appearance. And then Libra. All right, so with all that being said, Sagittarius, may you make heads or tails out of this, and may it assist you in making the decisions that are best for you in your life. I look forward to the next read to see what Spirit has to bring forward to you as far as messages go. And until then, may all your decisions and choices be very, very blessed.